Hey guys, this is Victoria back to you with another review of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 10, Episode 8 called Excess Baggage. So, we start off with Safari making it to Miami, meeting up with Trick. At first, I was just like, since the Miami episode comes on right after, I'm like, are we starting off with the Miami right away or is this Atlanta? Kind of got me confused because I seen Trick Daddy, but I'm like, okay, no. Okay, yes, they were supposed to go to Miami. So, anywho, Safari makes it to Miami, meets up with Trick. He says in his confessional he's trying to clear his head because of the whole him and Erica situation. And I guess he was starting to talk to Trick about that. And Trick was saying some foolishness about females hold a higher standard than men do, pretty much in regards to morals and stuff. I don't know what I got talking about because it just depends on the person for me. Because men could have so much higher standards than some females and vice versa. So it's not like, oh, females should be able to stay in line, but men can do whatever they want to do. No, that's not how it works. But we already know Trick Daddy's a fool, so anything he really says to me or that he says goes in one of my ear and out the other. So I don't even. Anywho, so Safari goes into talking about Erica and their issues. I guess they had an argument or whatever, and Erica done threw some white paint on his bike or whatever, his motorcycle or whatever, and you see the video that he posted of his bike. It didn't look that messed up to me. Like obviously you seen the paint, but I feel like it was done for show. Like obviously she admitted to it, but it didn't seem like a real scorned rage woman because I just feel like I've seen a couple of times where someone gets upset and like they really try to fuck your shit up. And that to me seemed kind of like, all right, guys, like the producers just being like, let's just dabble some pain, the thing to make it look, like bad, but it's not really that bad because to me it just seemed kind of put as a prop for dramatics, but not really what it was. Because even the video of him showing Erica throwing stuff at him, it was just like one or two things on the floor. It didn't really seem like, yeah, I'm gonna make sure this hits you upside across the head. So, anyway, Safari and Trick Daddy, it was just like a roll of the eyes to me for the whole scene. So obviously there's females all over the place, and he's looking at the females, and I don't know. He says something to the effect of he doesn't get tempted that easily or whatnot. But I'm just like, sure, if you say so. And Trick tells Safari like it only gets worse for I guess the marriage, and if Erica lets him stay in Miami for over a week with him, Trick, then she don't want you. And I'm just like, why? Because you're gonna kind of entice him to cheat on his wife. Listen, Safari not gonna cheat on his wife unless he wants to cheat on his wife. So Trick, you could try to do all the provoking or whatever, having all the other females and stuff. But at the end of the day, someone not gonna cheat unless they want to cheat. Point blank. Period. We move on to young baby Tate. We didn't see her for the last couple of episodes because she was in Jamaica for her birthday trip. So I guess she just got back with her girls. And she's, just on cloud nine, because she's just coming back from vacation. She has her new song and video out, called Any Meeny Miny Mo. So she's happy. I guess she goes sees a tarot card reader, which is also one of her friends, and pretty much tarot card reader was just telling her everything she wanted to hear. That she's going place, she's on the up and up and whatnot. And then when we get to her love life, the tarot card reader was just like, she needs to just take her power back. So young baby Tay is just like taking literally everything this lady's saying, everything this girl's saying to her, word for word, and I'm just like, it kind of seems big. This seems like something you could just ask from somebody else. Like you didn't have to go see it. Like I don't know if she paid for it, which she probably did, I'm sure. But so you could have just talked to a friend and they could have just told you this without having them pull out cards to symbol like to show you that. No, they could have just you just could have had a real open conversation with one of your friends that probably done been through some things, and like to me that was kind of a pointless scene, but she could have just talked with someone. But I digress. We move on to Mendices and Yandy. Mendices takes Yandy to a special dinner at a private restaurant as an apology for the comment he made in Arizona. So then they do the flashback to the couples retreat when Yandy asks, hey, if roles were reversed, would you do it for me? And he's like, I don't know what I would do. And she's like, that's a problem. So now that he's probably getting all the backlash on social media and from everybody, even Jock being like, that's the wrong answer to say, homeboy, and even Lamar Odom being like, yeah, you probably shouldn't have said that. So now he feels like he needs to make up for it, but he was like, she wants me to be romantic, so I'm gonna be romantic. But like, no, bro, it's like, you got all the backlash. So now the fact that it's not only her who feels like that, but all of America who feels like that, now you feel like you got to do something to get back on her good graces. So he has this nice dinner. It was a cute dinner, I ain't gonna lie. That was a beautiful dinner, with all the rose petals and stuff out. And he pretty much apologizes for what he said at the couples retreat. So then, she asked him some question like, did he have a change of heart, or he just didn't mean to say it? So of course she chooses the latter answer. He just didn't mean to say it. So then that's when she's like, okay, so I'm gonna ask you again. If the roles were reversed, would you do it? And then he's like, yes. And I'm just like, this whole scene is bullshit. So then he's like, he got another surprise for her. So the other surprise is Queen Naja coming out to sing for them. And I'm just like, listen, I knew about Queen Naja before she became like the Queen Naja. Like I knew about her since YouTube. I used to watch her, Chris, and all of them on YouTube. So it's like I already knew of her. So when she was starting coming out, I'm just like, oh snap, okay. I know there's some controversy about her and whatever, but she does have a beautiful voice. She can sing, and I'm just like, dang, okay. She made it to Love and Hip Hop. Cool. Then in the confessional, Yandy talking about, oh my gosh, Queen Naja, something to the effects of, I know Mendeecees love me and stuff because it's expensive to book Queen Naja right now. She's everywhere. She's doing this, she's doing that. And I ain't knocking the girl for hustle. But in my head, I'm just like, how much is she charging to, because like I said, she could sing. She's on she's not on the up and up. She is the up and up, I guess. But like, she ain't no Beyonce, you know what I'm saying? So she ain't up to that caliber. So how much to charge? How much does she charge? Not saying she shouldn't charge a lot, as far as she's come already, but like she making it seem like she Beyonce status or something. But anywho, like I said, she come out singing for them. That's cute or whatever. Then Mendeecees was like, I got another surprise for you, and pretty much tells Yandy, to marry him again in Dubai. And of course she gonna say yes. So then I guess they started talking about who's coming, what they're gonna do, and Mendeecees, I guess Yandy asked about his mom, and Mendeecees doesn't know if his mom is gonna come or not because she's toxic. The whole relationship between Yandy and his mom is not the best, and I think even his relationship with his mom is not the best because they go to the flashback of the family reunion when Mendeecees was trying to give his testimony and saying that he didn't always have his mom there with them, and his mom got butthurt, blaming Yandy, talking about, she's the reason that her son is disrespecting her and whatever. So he doesn't know yet. Yandy doesn't know yet either. And then she included, like, I don't know if I'm going to invite Infinity because, if she sees all the pictures and stuff, she's going to be really butthurt that she wasn't there. And I'm just like, that why are you not thinking? I mean, I guess because of the whole apartment situation, and she went back to New York, so she feels like Infinity might have some ill will feelings and whatnots because of the that whole issue. But at the same time, it's like the least you can do is invite her. Like if she doesn't decide to come, like she didn't decide to come to the Christmas dinner or the Christmas situation, then that's on Infinity. So, but you can't just be like, I'm not even gonna invite her because you guys don't want no drama. That's your daughter, Yandy. At the end of the day, that's your daughter. The least it doesn't seem like you guys are on bad terms. It just seems like you don't want her living with you guys. But I feel like you guys are on still good terms enough for you to ask her to come at least be a part of the ceremony. And like I said, if she just decides not to, that's on her. But to me, I feel like you can't, like, it's so bad to just even ask. I don't know, Yandy Mendeecees with the whole Infinity situation is something else. But anyway, we get up to Jock meeting up with his first baby mama. Her name's Fatima, which is Amani's mom. And she's beautiful. I'm just like, first of all, I was like, who's this girl? But then when they put the little caption saying it's Amani's mom, I'm like, okay, she looking cute. So anywho, Jock sits down to talk to her about the whole situation, incident that happened with him and Amani when they were talking, like at a parking lot or something. And obviously she gonna have her son's back because like she could understand Jock because I guess at the time when Amani was born, Jock was 20 years old, and him and Fatima was both trying to chase music careers, but of course his took off faster than Fatima. I don't know if she has a music career at this time or if she just put it to the back burner, but pretty much they both trying to chase their careers, so she can understand what Jock in that aspect, like he was just trying to get his grind to do what he needs to do to do his passion for a living. But at the same time, Amani kind of feels like you wasn't there when you need to be there. You wasn't there for everything. Like I'm pretty sure he was still there for like holidays and birthdays and stuff, but not for like an everyday basis of when a kid would need their father. Like maybe the tire, or she didn't say all that, but I'm just getting a gist of what she's trying to say. Like yes, you were there, but not like there how he probably needed you to be there. So of course, people can take their situation and experiences and go about it in different ways. Because Jock was saying how when he got to Amani's age, and I believe Amani's like maybe 18, 19 or whatever, that when he was seeing how his life could have went, he was just like, nah, I ain't finna do that. I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna do this. But Amani is going down the wrong path that Jock chose. Jock chose to go down a better path, whereas Amani is looking like he's about to go down the wrong path. And I get that Jock is frustrated about that, but at the same time, everybody's different. Just because you guys share the same type of, blood type, doesn't mean that you guys are going to choose the same route types of life. Everybody has their own mindset and, thinking process. Everybody's brain is different. Everybody is wired differently. So people could take in experiences and make the best of it to better themselves, and other people might just, take it to become the worst of themselves. Everybody's different. Everybody's going to choose what they want to do. So in Amani's case, he's going to go down the path that he's choosing to go down, which Jock doesn't think is the right path. Do I think is the right path? Not necessarily. But at the same time, he's a grown man. He's going to choose what he wants to do. And at the end of the day, what he chooses to do, there's going to be consequences. And I'm pretty sure, like I said in my last review, it's probably going to take a real fuck up for him to be like, all right, I'm probably not going to do this no more. And with some people, unfortunately, even if they do fuck up huge, they're not going to stop doing what they do. They're not going to stop going down the path that they already on. So it just depends on the person. Like it takes a lot of courage and all that stuff for you to get, better. And even when you fuck up, to just be like, I'm not going to do it no more. I'm going to do better for myself. But unfortunately, let's be realistic about this. Some people, they just never get out of it. And as a parent, I know you're going to try everything you do for your kid not to go down that path. But at the end of the day, once you've done your part of doing all you can do, they can still do the opposite. And all you can do in that point is just pray that they're not going to, die from it or have the major consequences that they're going to have, that they can have by going down that path. So it's like, Jock is just kind of like he's gonna try to talk to him again and get his son on the right track. And it's just like, kudos to you for doing everything you can, Jock. Obviously, I personally don't feel like he went about it the right way, but never give up on your kid. Definitely never give up on your kid. So we move on to young baby Tate going on a date with Yada. And I believe she said that's her former hairstylist. So I guess Yada's the hairstylist. And that's when in the confessional, Tate's telling everybody, she's bisexual. She's liked women before men because she liked women since she was 4. Her first kiss was with a female. And when she was talking with Yada, trying to like explain her story, because it's not, it's on TV, primetime TV, they bleeped it out. Now, I think I could read lips, but I really can't. Not that well. But I don't know what she said. I'm gonna say what I think she said. But I guess she sucked pussy or ass for the first time, and she likes it, and she wants more of that than dick now. And like I said, I don't know if that's exactly what she said. I'm just gonna take that as what she said. But pretty much, she done tried a female for the first time sexually, and she liked that shit. She liked that shit. And I'm just like, so are you, excuse me, she said she likes it more than dick now. So I'm going to assume she still likes dick. But I don't know. From the way she talking, it seems like she might be going full blown lesbian. And if that's the case, like, that's fine. Listen, do what you gotta do, girl. Whatever gonna make you happy. If the puss gets your juices flowing more than the dick, that it is what it is. See what you can do with Yada. I'm pretty sure even Yada, I feel like she was interested. Like, let's see what you can do with me, honey, because I feel like Loki Yada's probably the type of person, female, gonna teach young baby Tay a lot of things. So listen, just experiment with Yada. And she said it was a date, so let's see if it gets to something even better. We're gonna see, we're gonna find out. We move on to Yandy visiting Erica, and that's when we found out that Erica and Safari's house got robbed, and Erica's just pretty much pissed because she's at home pregnant with at home pregnant, got the baby in the house, and Safari's in Miami, turning it up, grinding it with females in the club without his wedding ring on. And she's just like, he's starting to get the crazy is starting to come back out, and then goes back to like her throwing the can of paint on his bike and stuff. And it's just like, I'm surprised the crazy didn't come out of you, Erica, to be honest. Like, I don't condone the violence, but at the same time, it's just like, this is Safari we talk like. This is Safari we talk about. This is Safari we talk about. So I'm just surprised the craziness didn't come out of Erica, because your husband stupid. So she's just ready to throw in the towel and file for divorce. Because I guess you don't want the craziness to come out of her. And if you don't want the craziness to come out of you, Erica, very kudos for you. That's very big of you to say that, because a lot of females would have been like, man, fuck this shit, I'm going to do whatever. No. They would have been tore up the house. But she's trying to turn over a new leaf, I feel like. So, Erica, kudos to you for trying to stay calm. Plus, she's pregnant, too. So, she's probably just like, I ain't trying to stress out the baby more than more than it is. But obviously we see what happens, through the social media, that she did have the baby premature. So Erica, girl, God bless. So we move on to the gang packing and leaving for Dubai. It was Yandy Mendices, Kirk Rashida, Carly and Jasmine, and Sierra and her boo thing, Eric. So we see them. They show the whole snippet of them packing, of them boarding the plane. They even mentioned the airplane flight. I didn't write it down. I didn't think it was that important. But anyway, they get to Dubai. I guess the person that's going to be giving them the tour for the whole trip says, "Oh, we got a lot of things to do." They have a good trip planned ahead, whatnot. They get into the car to get to the hotel. They get to the Palooza. Is it called Palooza? I wrote it down. What did I write? They get to the Palazzo Versace Hotel. It looked nice. Everything looked nice. The whole architecture and everything looks nice. Whenever you go on a trip, come on, man. Like, listen, dream trip. Side note, Italy. What parts of Italy? Rome, Florence, the main parts that people always, yes, those. Because listen, I've done seen some trips. I'm the person who always be on YouTube. Okay, I see the trips, the architecture, the restaurants, the cafes, just beautiful. Like, it's just a whole different ambiance over there from what I see. So it's like, I want to experience that ambiance. So anyway, in Dubai, it's the same thing. It's a whole different, culture, ambiance. So, everybody's looking outside. Mendices is loving what he looks at out the window and stuff. So they get in the hotels. The hotel's looking beautiful also, and everybody's just enjoying it. But when they was on the car ride to the hotel, Rashida was talking about she don't feel good and whatnot. And even when after the hotel, they take a water taxi and just visiting different places. I guess they go to a market or whatever. The guy's telling them about saffron. I do have saffron, actually. Saffron is expensive, first off. Let's get that out of the way. Saffron is expensive. So the saffron guy is just like literally probably like this size. And it's only like little strands of saffron because, I guess it's strong. So I still haven't used it because I'm a little intimidated to use saffron because I've never used saffron. But the guy was just saying saffron and Viagra are like the same thing. So Mendices was like, oh, maybe I need to use it in the bedroom, Not saying I have that problem, but happy wife, happy life. If you don't have that problem, Mendices, then why would you need to use it? Oh, okay. And I guess there was a drink. I don't know if the guy said the saffron was in the drink that he had Kirk try, but Kirk was just like, what he said. What did Kirk say? Hold up. Oh, he said the kids aren't there. It's just him and Rashida enjoying their trip. So let him give some. Let him give some of the drink. So I guess, he could have fun. And I think what Rashida was like, take that down or actually take that up because, you're going to get his dick hard. Anywho, that's when Rashida and Yandy go to the side or outside of the shop or whatever, and Rashida was like, pretty much, I guess her period came on or is not coming on. It's kind of like drippity drop and not like a flow, a stream. So it's kind of like, is it her period or is it something else? And she hasn't been feeling good, and so she might or may not be pregnant. And the way she's feeling about it now is like her and Kirk did talk about having more kids, but with everything going on, it's just like it will be a whole lot on her plate. Now, my personal feeling, because Yandy was just like, take a test. We're going to have to take a test because she wants her to turn up for her birthday, but obviously she's pregnant. She's not going to be doing all that drinking and stuff. Okay, but my thing is, okay, you guys talked about having more kids. In my personal opinion, I'm just like, you guys don't have enough kids? How much kids y'all want? Second off, even if, okay, you guys want more kids, that's that's you and his relationship. That's what you guys decide to do. If you want to have more kids, okay, that's fine, whatever. But at the same time, you talking about you have all this stuff on your plate. So whenever you guys do decide to have, like, mutually decide and try for a kid, are you guys not going to have stuff on your plate to begin with? Because you're talking about all these stores you're trying to open up, but you guys talking about wanting to have more kids. So you still gonna be busy. You still gonna have all the businesses to run, unless you decide on further down the line having people run it for you while you just collect the income. Like, you know what I mean? Like, make it make sense. No matter what, you still won't have the business. No matter what, your plate is always going to be full from all the businesses you have. So whether you have the child now or later when you feel like it's better for you, you're still going to be busy. So no, maybe you should just not have no more kids. I don't know. Like I said, that's up to them to decide what they want to do because it's their lives, it's their organs and that reproduce the baby. But at the same time, it's like you talking about you have a lot on your plate. That's exactly what you said last time with Carter. Oh well, that's welcome to adulthood. I don't know what you want me to tell you. At least you guys have, I would hope, have the funds to take care of the baby. If you're talking about having more, but that's the whole. Okay. Anywho, we get to the last scene of the episode, which is Jock meets up with Amani at his club. And he's just talking about that night and when the investigators, detectives, and whatnot came to look at the tapes of that night of the shooting that got the club shut down. They see Amani smoking weed, and I'm pretty sure at the time, like, I don't know if it's legalized in Atlanta. Don't know if it was legalized at the time in Atlanta whenever the whole incident happened. But anywho, they got video footage of Amani smoking weed at the club. And I don't know if it was 18 older club, probably 21 older club. And Amani's probably not legal, like, because I think he's like 18, 17, 18. So I don't think he's legally supposed to be there anyway. Plus he's smoking weed and stuff and hanging out around with the guy who shot the security guard. So Jock's whole point is like, you got to do better, and that's not cool. And then Amani's just like, here you go, blame it on me again. But he messed up. He won't do it again. And Jock is just like, I don't think you understand. And Jock is just like, so if your mom was messing with a dude that caused your mom to lose her house, what you gonna do? How you gonna feel about it? And then Amani's like, you already know. Like, you already know the answer to that. I don't need to explain. You already know how I'm gonna feel about that. You already know what I'm gonna do about that. So then Jock's just like, okay, so why with me and my business you can't do that for me? And at this point, Jock is getting riled up, so he's just like, da 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 da. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but you can't do it for me. So Amani was trying to talk to explain himself, but Jock was just like, nah, he's just talking over the whole situation. Like, he's just talking. And then even Amani was just like, let me talk, let me talk. So then Jock gets upset, grabs his chair, stool or whatever, throws it against the glass. I know I said last episode where the glass don't break. No, I saw it broke. So it broke. So anyway, the glass breaks, and then Amani is just so calm, cool, chill, and collective. I feel like Amani's like, all right, I'm not trying to act out in front of these cameras. I'm just gonna relax. My dad's acting crazy right now. I'm just gonna keep it low. Now, Jock, at this point, I feel like when he grabbed the bar stool to throw up against the glass and it breaks, I feel like that was the moment where Jock blacked out, because then he just starts spazzing out, and Amani is trying to talk to him, and he's like, I guess he was just going on a tangent of like, you're not listening, da 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 da. And Amani's like, no, he's trying to listen. He's trying to be better. He's like, look where I'm at. I'm like, I'm right here. I'm trying to listen to you. So that's when Jock gets more pissed off and charges at Amani. And of course, that's when the producers, like, when they were editing, they black out the screen so we could hear what's going on, but we can't see what's going on. So then that's when the camera comes back in into focus. That's when we see they're already split apart, and Amani just gets out and he walks away. And it ends up with Jock. You just see Jock keep breaking the glass in his Jock just keeps breaking the glass in the club. Now, me personally, Jock, that wasn't the right move, bro. That, to charge your son, even the mom was like, you gonna swing at me, bro? Like, I get it. I don't get it, but I get it in a sort of sense. I don't get it because I don't have kids and I'm not in that situation. But at the same time, like, I get that you're frustrated, but that was not the right, like, to charge at your son. You swung at your son, bro. You charged at him, that your own kid. So you're so frustrated that he is not doing the way you want it to happen, that you're to the point you're like, fuck, I'm gonna fuck you up before someone else do something. Like, Jock, it was just not the right move. It was not the right move. Amani just walks off. In my head, I'm just like, producer, you don't want to give him a ride? Like, all them cars there, but you can't take him home to his house, make it make sense. Unless he just said, no, fuck, I'm gonna walk home. I don't know. But I was just like, this could have went about a whole different way, because I feel like the last incident with him and Amani was the one popping off, and spazzing out saying, you doing it for the TV show. But in this scene, in this episode, Jock was the one spazzing out and blacked out, and actually, at least Amani last time, he just gave you the finger and walked off. Whereas this one, you throwing things, you breaking things, you showing your temperament is way worse than Amani's, but at the same time, it's like, man, it's just so much. Like, I don't even. It was just. They're both wrong. Amani's wrong in the sort of sense of like, bro, come on, that's your dad. He's just looking out the best for you. You could respectfully just be like, look, I know you're looking out for me, and I know you want the best for me, but that's for me to do. And I think he said that before. I think he said that on the family reunion, if I'm not mistaken. But Jock is just so frustrated and just over his son just being a fuck up, I guess, that he just spazzed out. But to charge your son, it's one thing to break the glass and stuff, but to actually charge your son and try to fight your son, that was just wrong on all accounts of it. Because it's just like, at the end of the day, bro, I know you love your kid, especially that's your firstborn, but the nigga gonna do what he wants to do. And all you can do as his parent at that point, especially if he's of age, is just to pray for him and hope for the best. But that's where it ends off. Hopefully it gets resolved before the end of this season. Hopefully it's resolved now. Current day, present time. But we're going to have to see what happens. But that's it, guys. We're going to see what happens next week. And I will see you maybe tomorrow for the review of Love and Hip Hop Miami, guys. I don't know. This is crazy. But anyway, bye, guys.